जय श्री गुरु गौरांग कंदार गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मरन मोहन जू की जय। नित्याल विष्णु विष्णुपार अष्टोत्तर शत शिशुमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। नित्याल विष्णु विष्णुपार अष्टोत्तर शत शिशुमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल विष्णु विष्णुपार शतर शतश्मार भक्ति वेदांत साई महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्याल विष्णु विष्णुपार शतर शतश्मार भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल विष्णु विष्णुपार शतर शतश्मार भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट महाभागवत शिल गोरक्षरस बाबाजी महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट शिल सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिल जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानु गौड़िया गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नाम अक्षय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौरमंडल ब्रजमंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदाता गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री मुन देवी गंग देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा सुदर्शन चक्र जू की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ पुरी धाम की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल की जय। जय श्री गुंडीचा मंदिर मार्जन की जय। स्वपार्षद श्री गौर हरि की जय. And then for those of you in America, I think it's still right. It's Jai Srila Saptam Goswami Bhakti Bhagirati Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai. To dear Shubha Thiruval Titi ki Jai. Jai Śrī Gadādhara Paṇḍita ki Jai. Jai Gaur Gaurangir Nija Shakti Gadādhara Paṇḍita ki Jai. जय तो देर शुभ तिरुभाव तिथि की जय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रीनिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. Okay, let's do Hari Bol Shubhananda Bol. Okay, so we'll do Mangala Charan and then begin. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः. श्रीसिद्धान्त सरस्वती त्रिविदितो कोडिय गुर्वन्वये भातो भानुरिव प्रभात गगने योगोरसंकीर्तनाय मायावारतिमिङ्गिलोदरगतान् उद्धृत्य जीवनिमान् कृष्ण प्रेम सुदाब्दिकाहन सुखं प्रदत्प्रभुं तं भजे. वन्दे भक्ति विनोदं श्री गौरशक्तिस्वरूपकं भक्तिशास्त्रज्ञ सम्राजं राधराससुधानिधिं. नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगवरायते. श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Vrishabhanusutan vitavamatanu Yamuna tatanagarananda sutam Murali kalagita vinoraparang Bhaja Godrumakanana kunjavidum Tavaivasmi say smara. Sorry guys, my mind is gone somewhere else. Smara Gauragadadara Kelikalang Bhava Gauragadadara Pakshachara Shinu Gauragadadara Charukatang Bhaja Godrumakanana Kunjavidum Tavaivasmi na jivami tvaya vina Iti vigyaya devi tvam nayamam charanantikam Bhaktya vihina aparada lakshay Kshiptascha kama dittaranga madhye Kripa mai tvam sharanam prapanna Vrinde namaste charanaravindam Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Rukmini Didi, Shubhananda Prabhu, and uh, I don't know who's on YouTube and Facebook. I logged in late, so I'm missing probably some of the comments. But I'm guessing maybe Ganga Mataji is there, and Indira Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, Rohini Nandan Prabhu. I don't know though. I don't see any comments right now. So if you write a comment, I'll see your name. And also pranams to all devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi and um, Jayadev Prabhu, Revati Didi, Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranams. Okay, so we are, today is very auspicious day. It is Śrī Guṇḍicā Mandira Mārjana. So yesterday we didn't, so we'll read a little something about Guṇḍicā Mandira Mārjana today. I just looked on Vishudha Chaitanya Vani website and Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, she has a short thing about Guṇḍicā Mandira Mārjana. I'm not going to read my Gurudev's thing that we usually read every year because that's very long. And then yesterday we read about Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, but we didn't read about Gadādhara Paṇḍita so much. And late last night, well, I saw it late for the occasion of Gadādhara Paṇḍita's disappearance day. I actually haven't even read it all yet myself, but it's Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Puri Goswami Maharaj. So whatever he writes is absolute nectar. So we will read and sing that. And then we'll see how much time we have left. If there is any time left over, then we can read more about Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura or maybe sing some of his songs. Yeah, so that's our program for today. And I just want to mention one more time. Oh, Dandavat Pranam, Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj. Haribo. I just want to mention one more time. I mentioned it yesterday, but yeah, just I didn't get any response from it yesterday, like hardly any response. And so that's why I also kind of want to mention it again. But in mid-February, we are going to be hosting a Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, like a retreat, fully centered on Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. And it's going to be a full day program. There's going to be courses all throughout the day. We're going to sing lots of his kirtans. I wrote all the details. I sent it out yesterday on my website. Here, I'll just show you 1 second. vineofdevotion.com, that's my website. And when you come here, you'll see how to approach the teachings of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura and announcing a retreat in his home. So here I give all the details. I read it out yesterday, the rough draft version, and then I polished it, fixed it up. Also, in this article, I gave an excerpt from what we read yesterday about Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura from Śrīla Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. That's a really great quote. Anyways, so yeah, it's an invitation to the Rup Sanatan Academy. Sorry, the Rup Sanatan Academy Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura retreat in Godrum in 2026. And all the retreat details are here. So it's a 5-day immersive retreat on the teachings of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. It will take place from February 15th to the 21st, 2026, and it will conclude just before Navadvip Parikrama. And it looks like things could always change. It's not been finalized yet, but looks like we'll be doing it in Surabhi Kunj in Godrumadvip. So, and the morning classes will be, the first one will be Protecting Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's Legacy. Is Prem foreign to the self? So this will be with Sundar Gopal Prabhu. I think many of you know him. He's also known as, he wrote some books, Yoga and the Dark Night of the Soul and the Book of Dharma. Its legal name is Simon Haas. And so, yeah, drawing on 5 years of doctoral research, this interactive seminar series offers a robust defense of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's teaching that prem is the intrinsic nature of the self, challenging claims that this was merely metaphorical or an outreach strategy. Presenting new research findings, the series highlights how Ṭhākura Bhaktivinoda provides a profound and faithful synthesis of the earlier acharyas. And then the class I'm going to be doing is Bhaktivinoda Gita-dhara, entering into the flow of his songs. And we will explore the moods and meanings within Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's 4 essential songbooks, Kalyana Kalpataru, Sharanagati, Gitavali, and Gitamala. And then Chandramukhi Didi from Australia, my god sister, she'll be giving a class on the 10 fundamental truths, exploring Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's Dashmula Shiksha. And she'll go through 2 tattvas every day. And then there'll be more workshops led by Manjari Didi and Radhika Didi Ahuja. She was my high school teacher. There'll be workshops on writing workshops so that everything that we've been learning, that we can actually keep it and not just let it go in one ear and out the other, but there's going to be a whole writing workshop. I don't know so many details about that. And then the evening program, we will sing songs from, I was thinking every day, on day 2, we would go through Kalyana Kalpataru, just really understanding the book thoroughly, or at least, well, as thoroughly as we can in 1 hour. But we'll be examining the book and looking at all the flow of the songs, what kind of songs are in it, and all that kind of thing. And then in the evening time, we'll sing songs from Kalyana Kalpataru. And then on day 3, we'll go through Sharanagati, and then in the evening time, we'll sing the songs of Sharanagati, and like that. So same thing, yeah. And then there'll be a group seminar with various topics and many different speakers, and it'll be based on the glories of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. And then and all throughout the day, we'll go through all the 3 artis in the day at Surabhi Kunj, and in the early morning time, we'll have a japa period and read some of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's glorifications of Nam. And yeah, so if you want to get, this was an unofficial, I did it the day before. I wrote this actually, I wrote it, yes, I wrote the first idea late last night, no, day before yesterday, and then I finished it yesterday morning. And so we were planning on making an announcement in August, the official announcement, but then last minute, I was like, wait, we should announce it on Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's disappearance day. And so then, but you can sign up here. There's a link here. And then you'll get all the details. Even if you're not sure if you'll be able to come, still you can sign up and we'll send you all the details when everything becomes more finalized. All right, so let's now we'll read this from Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, cleaning of the Guṇḍicā Mandira. Let me just make this text. Here. I always like green. And then, sorry guys, I should have done this before. 16, maybe 18. Okay. So this is from the question and answer section of Vishuddha Chaitanya Vani, Volume 1 by Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. Okay, so devotee asks, what is the significance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime of cleaning the Guṇḍicā Mandir the day before the Rath Yatra festival? Then Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, prior to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, devotees never performed Guṇḍicā Mandira Mārjana. It was the responsibility of the servants of the king to prepare the temple for Śrī Jagannath, and it never occurred to anyone that this service was actually the duty of the devotees. But Sriman Mahaprabhu considered, as devotees of the Lord, it is our responsibility to prepare the temple for his arrival. Haribol Rohini Nandan Prabhu. On the day before the beginning of the Rath Yatra festival, when everyone was assembled in the Gambhira, Sriman Mahaprabhu informed his Antaranga Parikaras, not ordinary people, but rather only those advanced devotees close to his heart. He informed them, these Antaranga Parikaras, that they would all shortly leave with him to clean the Guṇḍicā temple. The act of cleaning is generally quite a dirty affair, and so it is noteworthy that Sriman Mahaprabhu never instructed these devotees to change into old clothes. Instead, everyone wore new clothes. Their mentality was, because cleaning the Lord's temple is very special seva, we should all wear new clothes. How could we possibly perform such an important service in all ragged clothes? Before departing, Sriman Mahaprabhu personally gave garlands and chandan to each devotee present, because he considered as worshipful anyone in whom the desire to serve the Lord has manifested. After this, Sriman Mahaprabhu led the devotees to Guṇḍicā Mandir, where they cleaned the temple as if they were cleaning their own heart. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has used two words to describe the state of the temple after they finished cleaning. He said, so Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami said the temple was Shital and Nirmal. Nirmal means spotless or clear, and Shital means cooling or soothing. The weather in Puri is rather hot at the time of Rath Yatra, and so they not only cleaned the temple, but they prepared it in such a way that the Lord would feel cool and refreshed while staying there. In his commentary on the description of Guṇḍicā Mandira Mārjana Lila, found in the 12th chapter of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita's Madhya Lila, Śrīla Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has revealed the hidden, deep meanings of this pastime. There he has described the various types of dirt found within the heart of a sadhak, as well as the process of purification a sadhak must follow, if, being inspired by the association of sadhus, he desires to invite the Lord to sit in his heart. Śrīla Prabhupada has written that the real dirt in a sadhak's heart is the desire to obtain dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, and that it must be thoroughly cleansed before the Lord can be seated there. Those who falsely teach that one can become purified by pursuing these objectives and by following yoga marg, jnana marg, tapa marg, siddhi marg, or any other path, do so with the utmost matsarata, the utmost hostility. This matsarata is directed not only toward others, but towards themselves as well. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has very clearly explained that the heart is cleansed only through bhakti, or performing loving devotional service to Bhagavan and his devotees. There is no other way. Once, Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Santa Goswami Maharaj accompanied the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math in their observance of Guṇḍicā Mandira Mārjana. He was leading a group of devotees to the Guṇḍicā temple when he saw a number of devotees cleaning the temple with small brooms. He immediately chastised them. He said, "What are you doing? For what purpose have you come here? Do you think it is possible for you, in truth, to clean even the smallest of areas in this temple? Or that you will derive any benefit from simply taking a broom in your hand and moving here and there? What is your real intention? This is not a place for people who do not possess even an inkling of a service attitude. It would be better for you to return home instead of staying here and performing useless endeavors. True devotees are disturbed to see such empty displays of sentiment and emotion. Even if you are unable to perform any service, you should help those who are actually serving by behaving properly." So I guess he was like, you shouldn't just do service as a show, just as like a symbolic thing. Because lots of times you'll see like lots of people just sweeping something that's not really dirty, and it's just kind of like, it's more like a ritual rather than actually trying to perform service. Oops, sorry, one second. So yeah, if you're not going to actually, if you're just going to do it symbolically, better to go bring water and, bring water for those who are actually doing the service, and help them clean, help those who are serving. One second, I'm just looking at the chat. Oh, Haribol Sarveshwari Mataji and Anadi Krishna Prabhu and Champak Mataji. Haribol. And Brian, Hare Krishna. Okay. All right, so that was Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, what he said in this darshan. And now we will read this Bengali poem that Shubhananda Prabhu shared with me yesterday. So this Bengali poem, Shri Śrīla Gadādhara Goswami Prabhur Tirobhav Upalakhe Suchika, was composed by Śrīla Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, and it was first published in the Gaudiya, Volume 1, Issue 7, June 1950. And it was translated into English by Swami B.V. Giri and Sanatan Das. Okay, I just need to get Mridanga first, and then we'll sing it. Oh, yesterday, I just want to tell you one little thing. So I went yesterday evening to Surabhi Kunj and Swananda Sukura Kunj, and the arti last night. There's no words to describe. First, when I got there, it was really nice. There was the sannyasi who takes care of the place. His name is Hrishikesh Maharaj. He's just a wonderful, very humble and very grave, and just a really sweet Maharaj. And then there's one other devotee. There's nobody there. Like when I got there, it's just that Maharaj and this one other devotee. He's a grahasta, but he lives near Swananda Sukura Kunj, and he's a disciple of Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj. And he was such an amazing kirtaniya. So yeah, Maharaj spoke a little Harikatha, and then he started Arati. And this devotee, this Śrīla Vaman Goswami Maharaj disciple, the Arati that he led was just out of this world. It was very, I haven't been in a kirtan like this for, like a Gaur Arati like this since I can't remember. It's been a very long time. It was just so authentic, traditional, like I remember from back in 2004 and 2005, and like the old days, and when I was in Keshavji Gaudiya Math, I mean 2007, like that. Like it was so beautiful. And when we started the Arati, a huge crowd of ISKCON devotees came, And so the place, at first it was just like us three, and then all of a sudden the place was packed full of devotees, and the arati was just everybody was singing and dancing, and but I played mridanga so hard because I haven't played mridanga really loudly for a long time, and so all my fingers got like like my fingers were one of my fingers was bleeding, and I had blisters on all my fingers, and so now it's like a bit difficult to play mridanga. And tomorrow, I'm going to be in the ISKCON Rath Yatra in Manipur, and I'm supposed to be playing mridanga. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but anyhow, right. So. How should we do this? Maybe we will read a translation and then sing a verse, read translation, sing a verse so that we know what the verse actually means. Um, one second, I just need to bring this closer. I don't have my galavastra because I just washed all my clothes. That's why I'm not wearing anything. Okay. Okay, so Gadādhara, the potency and so Jai Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura Maharaj ki Jai. Gadādhara, the potency of Gaur, is immersed in love for Gauranga. He feels great separation from the Lord. He feels great separation from the Lord of his life. Due to this, his heart is flooded with tears from his eyes, and he continuously laments, seeing the entire world as vacant. Gaur Shakti Gadādhara, Gaura Preme Gara Gara, Prananata Virahe Katar, Bhase Bukayankhini Re, Sada Hahutasha Kore, Shunyayita Deke Chara Chara. He broke his promise and renounced his service. These two faults happened on the strength of his intense love for the Lord. Where is the strength to bear such agony of separation? Just by remembering it, the heart feels pain. Pratigya bhange seva tyaga edui. Pratigya bhange seva tyaga edui dosha bhag. Hoye chilo jana janyar prema bhore tahar vicheda vyatha sahite shakati khota smarite parana vidare smarite parana vidare. Pandit Śrī Gadādhara Prabhu is Śrī Gauranga's own potency and the very personification of Radha Bhav. His effulgence has now entered into the eternal pastimes, and everyone is immersed in the darkness of a moonless night. Gaurangera Nija Shakti Radha Bhava Murti Mati Pandita Śrī Gadādhara Prabhu Amanishar andhakare Dubaya sabakare Nitya lila praveshila vibhu Nitya lila praveshila vibhu. Neglecting sleep and food, he constantly laments, where can I find Gauranga Sundar? Still, this shameless living being is still surviving. Why? I don't know. What happiness does he wish to taste? Nidrahara jatnanai sada kohe kaha jaye kaha paye Gauranga Sundare ekhono nilaja prani keno rahe nahi jane जानी केव सुख चाहे पूंजी वारे केव सुख चाहे पूंजी वारे. At every instant he is swooning and has become almost mad, beating his own chest and head, crying, "O Lord, due to what fault did you remove me from your association? Why did you not take me with you?" Khane khane murcha jay, hoila pagaler pray, bokshire kore karaghata. Ki doshe amare nath, sanga hoite dilobara. Ki doshe amare nath, sanga hoite dilobara. Keno more nahi nilasata. Keno more nahi nilasata. Whatever he does, whatever he says, wherever he moves about and looks around, who can describe his divine madness? Only one whose heart is surrendered to Śrī Gadādhara can understand a fragment of its essence. Kiba bole, kiba kore, kiba chahe chahe phire, ke barne she divyan madatara. Gadādhara anugata hoya che jar chita teho bhuje kichu marmatar. Teho bhuje kichu marmatara. Tears from his eyes constantly cover the verses of the Bhagavat. Wow, such a beautiful. Tears from his eyes constantly cover the verses of the Bhagavat due to his state of divine madness arising out of prema. Hearing Gadādhara's recitation about the loving pastimes of Gauranga, Sri Tota Gopinath is completely filled with happiness. Bhagavata shlokakhar, chakujal nirantar, bhashaite premonmata hoya. Shuni Gadādhara Paṭ, Gauranger not Premanath. Shuni Gadādhara Paṭ, Gauranger Premanata. Shuke Purna Gopinata hiya. Shuke Purna Gopinata hiya. Srinivasacharya, mad with love, came to the side of Śrī Gadādhara Paṇḍita. When he saw the sacred texts, he wept incessantly, again and again, and embraced him, knowing him to be an ocean of divine love. Premonmata Srinivasa Śrī Gadādhara Pasha Nirakila Jabe Punki Khane Kandiya Akula Hoila Puna Puna Yalankila Mahaprema Ratnakara Jane Mahaprema Ratnakara Jane. Gadaya is such an incomparable ocean of prema. He is Radha Thakurani herself. If you are merciful unto me, then I will realize the service of Shri Shri Guru Gauranga. I will be enriched by the wealth of the love of the holy name. Aheno premanidhi gadai jahar tulana nai shakshat jai Radha Thakurani. Tiho more koile kripa jani Guru Gaura Seva. Tiho more koile kripa jani Guru Gaura Seva. Nama prema dhane habodhani. Nam prema dhane habodhani. One cannot recognize a Vaishnava by his external appearance and dress. As an acharya, he taught us this by his own example, and begged to receive mantra diksha from Śrīla Pundarika Vidyanidhi. By hearing this pastime, one can be rid of offenses. Bahya Vesha Bhusha Heri Vaishnava Chinite Nari Shikaila Adarsha Achari Pundarika Sthane Bikha Kori Nila Mantra Dekha Jaha Shuni Aparadha Tari. The Gaur Prem of Gadai is like that of the Jambu River that flows through Jambudeep. And in the Jambu River, it's actually how you say gold. Jambu Nada is another, Jambu Nada Hema, the gold from the Jambu River. It's a common expression. What can I understand with my immature intellect? My mind is attached to material possessions. It is always being deceived by lust and anger, and it is devoid of any desire to please Krishna's senses. Agadair gora prema jeno jampu nada hema ki bhujibo moi arva chena vishaya asakta chitta kama krodhe sadahata krishnendriya priti vancha hin. Tota Gopinath, sitting in a Padmasan on a jeweled throne, is always accepting the service of Śrī Gadādhara. If one does not serve Gadādhara day and night, what else will give any benefit? Actually, Tota Gopinath is the place. It's just Gopinath, not Tota Gopinath. Anyways. Gopinath Parmasane Boshi Ratna Singhasane Jar Seva Loyen Satata Heno Gadādhar Seva Na korile nishir deva heno Gadādhar seva na korile nishir deva bolo kise hoye bekahita. The Lord of Gadādhar's life is my Gopinath. By the mercy of Gadai, one can attain him. O Gadādhar, if you show mercy to me, Gopinath will look towards me. Without you, there is no hope. And we know Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura is Gopinath Gauriamat. Gadādhar Prananath Han Mora Gopinath Gadai Kripai Tare Pai O Gadai Kripai Tare Pai Teho Kripa Koile More Gopinath Chare Pire Teho Kripa Koile More Gopinath Chare Pire Teha Vino Ar Gati Nai Teho Vino Yar Gati Nai. All glories to Gaur Gadādhar and Radha Gopinath. Please be merciful to me and accept this fallen soul as your own. Gadai Gauranga Jai Radha Gopinath Gadai Gauranga Jai Radha Gopinath Kripa Kori e Adhame Koro Yatma Sat Kripa Kori e Adhame Koro Yatma Sat. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gopinath Radhe Jai Radha Gopinath Radhe Jaya Gaur Gadādhar Gadādhara, Jai Gaur Gadādhara, Jai Gadai Gauranga, Jai Gadai Gauranga, Gadai Gauranga, Jai Gadai Gauranga, Jai Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami, Jaya Bhaktivinoda Puri Goswami, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. One second, let me just put this up. Shubhanandaru, thank you so much for sharing that. That was just wow. I think this has to become a tradition. We'll have to sing this every Gadādhara Pandit Tirubhav Titi or Avirbhav. Yeah, very wonderful. All right. So there is now still 15 minutes left. So what should we do in these last 15 minutes? Oh, Hare Krishna Dinanath Prabhu. Thank you. Oh, and Chatamai Mataji, Haribol. Yeah, what should we do in these last 15 minutes? Okay, let's see. There's this magazine, the Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura magazine, Raise of the Harmonists, 2014. Let's look at the contents. Let's see, which thing should we read? Okay, well, because we don't have so much time, I know there are two really nice, short, sweet things. Let's read the life, precepts, and contribution of Sachidananda Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura by our Param Gurudev Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Keshav Gosai Maharaj. Yeah, we'll read that. And there's also this article by him, Ṭhākura Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda. This article is so deep. Bit technical also, but it's very powerful. But that one will take a while to read, so we're going to just read this. This is from it's an excerpt from the introduction to Jivadharma. It's just like a nice, short, brief, beautiful thing. So actually, let's just read it from Jivadharma. Then I can make the text big and you can all see it nicely. Actually, I don't know what the excerpt is. I'm just going to read from here. Okay. So when it comes to discussing the life of Mahapurushas, one second. It's not letting me move this stupid thing on the side of the page. It's so annoying. Ah, there. Okay, there. Okay, so when it comes to discussing the life of Mahapurushas, great self-realized personalities who are transcendental to mortal existence, it would be a mistake to consider their birth, lifespan, and death to be similar to that of mere mortals, because Mahapurushas are beyond birth and death. They are situated in eternal existence, and their coming and going from this world is strictly a matter of their own appearance and disappearance. Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura appeared on Sunday, 2 September 1838. 1838? I thought it was... Oh, yeah. Okay, of course. 1838. Okay, sorry. Okay. And he thus illuminated the sky of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. He took birth in a high-class family in a village named Virnagar, also known as Ulagram or Ula, which is located within the Nadia district of West Bengal, not far from Sri Dham Mayapur, the appearance place of Sri Gauranga. He disappeared from this world on June 23, 1914, in the city of Kolkata. At that time, he entered the midday pastimes of Śrī Gadādhara Giridhari, who are the supreme objects of worship for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Wait, I just want to make sure I shut off okay, yeah, the sound's okay. In his brief lifespan of 76 years, he instructed the world by personally carrying out the duties of the four ashrams, four stages of spiritual life: brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha, and sannyas. He first underwent brahmacharya and obtained various elevated instructions. After that, he entered grihastha life and set an ideal example of how to maintain family members through honest and noble means. All householders should follow this example. During his grihastha life, Śrīla Bhaktivinoda traveled all over India as a highly placed officer in the administration and justice department of the British government of India. By his exacting discrimination and expert administrative skills, this great personality managed to regulate and bring to order even those places that were infamous as lawless states. In the midst of family duties, he astonished all his contemporaries by the religious ideal he displayed. Although engaged in pressing responsibilities, he wrote many books in different languages. We have recorded the dates of composition in our list of his books. If the reader studies this, he can clearly deduce Bhaktivinoda's incredible creative power. Disregarding the opinion of those who might have a prejudice about language, Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura has broadcast the transcendental instructions of Srimad Mahaprabhu in many different languages. Actually, I heard that that was a very controversial thing. Um, like during the time of the Goswamis, it was a controversial thing for Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami to write all these transcendental topics in Bengali. They said, no, this can only be expressed in Sanskrit. And like many people were. And that's actually been a thing. So yeah, many people have prejudice about language and say, no, it can't be expressed in all these other languages are limited. But then we just read yesterday, Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada went very strongly into this point about, yeah, anyways. So he has written approximately 100 books in Sanskrit, Bengali, Oriya, Hindi, Urdu, and English. The names of some of the more important of these works have been given below, along with their dates of publication. And yeah, so this isn't a complete list. And actually, I went to the Bhaktivedanta Research Center in Kolkata, and they found a manuscript of a book, a big book, like a fat book that was never published. And unfortunately, like his own handwriting. And I forgot what the title of it. Something to do with Ras. I think it's like a really high book also. But unfortunately, the pages are stuck together, like really stuck together. And so even like with the most careful, like if you try to divide it, you'll destroy the text. And so even like it's like a big problem. Like there's this massive unpublished book by Bhaktivinoda Thakur handwritten, and they don't know how they're going to get the text from it. Yeah, anyhow. So, okay, so these are books that he wrote in Sanskrit. Vedanta Adhikaran Mala. I'm not going to read the dates. You can just look at the dates here, but it's starting from 1872. So then Datta Kostubam. This is,
Prabhuji,
yes.
before I forget, I saw a whole show on historical show on very ancient texts, and the book was glued together. Actually, they found some medieval text that it was they used the covers some or other that the text was glued, but they have now some kind of it's not infrared, some kind of device that they can read through all the pages and then separate it.
Really?
So that would be that would be a thing to mention to the devotees there. I'm sure
okay.
Yeah, tell them. I mean, there is machinery now available.
If you have, oh, maybe I'll search on the internet, and if I can't find it, then I'll ask you again, and maybe you can, yeah, I'd share that with Sundar Gopal Prabhu, who's like he's at the Bhaktivedanta Research Center.
Oh yes, okay, perfect. Yeah, we
Yeah.
know him well. He's so it's amazing.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, wow, that would be amazing if we got that unpublished book by Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. Yeah.
Imagine. Wow. No, I know
Yeah.
it can be rescued.
Okay.
For what I saw, what they do nowadays with ancient texts or 1,000-year-old manuscripts and like that they got glued together or
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna message.
kept
I'll message
separate.
him right now. Yeah. I mean, right after this
Okay.
program. Cool.
All right.
Okay, and then there's the Datta Kostubam, which you can find this book on the Bhakti, what is it called? Bhaktivinoda Institute website. I've never looked at it before. I don't know what it's about, but I'm guessing it has to do something to do with his family, but I don't know. Then Datta Vangshamala, Bodha Vijaya Kavyam, Shri Krishna Sanghita. This is a very interesting book. Then the Sanmodan Bhashya of Shikshashtakam, which we are in the process of reading now. We've only gotten through the first verse, but soon, I think when I come back from Manipur, we'll start on verse 2. Then this is Dashopanishad Churnika, 1886, and then Bhavavali commentary on, I don't know what, or maybe on the Dashopanishad, I don't know. But this must be Churnika. I'm guessing this is maybe condensing the 10 Upanishads, like the essence from all the 10 Upanishads. I don't know. Then Shri Chaitanya Charanamrita Bhashya. This is a commentary on the Chaitanya Upanishad. Interesting. And then Shri Amnaya Sutram. Then the Tattva Vivek, or the Shri Sachid Ananda Bhuti. Tattva Sutram. Vedarka Diditi. It's a commentary on Shri Ishrupanishad. The Shri Gauranga Lila Smarana Mangala Stotram. I remember once we had a program with Premananda where we'd go to the Ganga and we'd sing the entire Gauranga Lila Smarana Mangala Stotram. It's like Srila Bhakti Rakshak Shira Goswami Maharaj's Prem Dham Deva Stotram. It goes through like big verses and it goes through all of Mahaprabhu's pastimes from like the beginning of Chaitanya Bhagava and Chaitanya Charitamrita all the way to the end. Shri Bhagavad Dhamamritam, Shri Bhagavat Arka Marichi Mala, Shri Bhajan Rahasya, which we're reading now, Swaniyam Dwadashakam. We had a program going through this, trying to memorize the verses. Then the Brahma Sutra Bhashya commentary, the Shiksha Dasha Mulam, etc. One thing about the Dashmula, Sundar Gopal Prabhu just yesterday, he shared a message in our WhatsApp group. I'm just going to read it really quick because it is interesting about the Dashmula Tattva. One second. I'm just opening it up. Where is it? Rup Sanatan Academy. Let me just find it. Dash. What did he say? Okay. So Sundar Gopal mentioned that Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's mantra guru, Vipin Bihari Goswami, authored many works, but probably the best known is Dash Mula Ras, which means the essence of the 10 foundations. It was completed in 1898 and published in 1904. It is 1,268 pages long. So this is his like main book that Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's Diksha Guru. Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura wrote about Dashmula Tattva many years before this. So it is clear that Vipin Bihari Goswami was so impressed by Thakur Bhaktivinoda's unique contribution that he developed his own magnum opus around it. For that, yeah, pretty interesting, huh? Okay, so then Bengali prose. The Garbha Stotra is a translation. Sajan Toshani, the monthly magazine. And actually, what Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura would do, I have PDFs of all the Sajan Toshanis. And I was looking through them, and I noticed what he would do is he would give like the books, he would first do everything as serials. So like Jaiva Dharma would be a chapter per issue. And then later on, it'd be published as a book. but yeah, first he would, and he did that with Sharanagati. Actually, I don't think during Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's time, I don't think Sharanagati was ever published as a book. I think it was only coming in Sajantoshini. And then later, I think it was Sundarananda. Yeah, I have to look. Somebody shared with me something that Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura gave it, like came in somebody's dream. I think it might have been Sundarananda Vidyavinod or Ananta Vasudeva or something like that. And he instructed him to publish it as a separate book. No, maybe it's Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj. I can't remember who it was. But then, so it was actually after Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's time that it was published as a book. And it might be like that with the other books also, Gita Avali and like that. I don't know. I know Kalyana Kalpataru was published during Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's time, though, because I have the PDF of that. It was published when Śrīla Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada was just a young boy. Let's see. There's the Rasik Ranjan commentary on Bhagavad Gita. The Chaitanya Shikshamrita. My Gurudev published that. Prem Pradeep, we published that in English. The published Shri Vishnu Sahasranam. The Vaishnav Siddhanta Mala. Siddhanta Darpanam, Bengali translation. The Vidvad Ranjan commentary on Bhagavad Gita. I'll say he has two commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. It's Rasik Ranjan and Vidvad Ranjan. And then there's Shri Harinam and Shri Nam. It's Bengali prose. And then Shri Nam Tattva, Shri Nam Mahima, Shri Nam Prachar, Shriman Mahaprabhur Shiksha, the Tattva Muktavali or Mayavad Shatadushani, translated and published. The Amrita Pravaha Bhashya, which I think we're all familiar with, commentary on Chaitanya Charitamrita. Then Shri Ramanuja Upadesh. Then Jaiva Dharma. Interesting, he published these in the same year. Ramanuja Upadesh and Jaiva Dharma. Then the Prakashini Vritti, commentary of Brahma Samhita. The Piyush Varshini Vritti, commentary on Upadeshamrita. The Shri Bhajanamrita, translation and commentary. The Shri Sankalpa Kalpadrum, Bengali translation, and so on. There's more books as well. And now, hey, where did I skip over there's Bengali prose, Bengali verse. Okay, sorry. Now, Bengali verses. Hari Katha, Topics of Hari, published 1850. Wow. Shumba Nishumba Juddha, 1851. Vijanagram. Shivas translated this Vijanagram. You can find it on bigdrum.us. It's very interesting, very cryptic. Shivas also made YouTube videos on it as well. Then there's Sannyasi, 1863. Kalyana Kalpataru. This is what I'm working on right now. We're just finishing the middle section of Kalyana Kalpataru. Then Manashiksha, translation and commentary. Yeah, that's the songs of Manashiksha. We're including in the Gaudiya Gita Gucha. Then Shri Krishna Vijay, Shri Navadip Dham Mahatma, Sharanagati, Gitavali, Gita Mala, Shokoshatanam, Shri Navadip Bhav Taranga, Shri Harinam Chintamani, and Shri Prem Vibartha. And then in Urdu, there's the Balide Registry. And in English, the Poriad, the Mats of Orissa. Where else? Our once speech on Gautam, the Bhagavat, its philosophy, its ethics, and its theology. This is available in all the Gaudiya Mats. They always sell this little booklet. Reflections. And I think this Reflections is that song, Alas for those who spend their days in festive mirth and joy, the dazzling that of liquid forms their hearts forever employ. That famous one. And then Thakur Haridas, that's that, the last verse of that is, he reasons ill who say that Vaishnavas live to die, like that famous verse. Who tell that Vaishnavas live to die, anyways, that verse. And then the temple of Jagannath at Puri, the monasteries of Puri, the personality of Godhead, a beacon of light, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his life and precepts. That book was published in 1896, the same year that our Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada appeared on this planet. Okay, so when we're almost at the end, I see it's 8 o'clock already. We're almost at this. So when one sees this list, one can easily infer that the author was a vastly learned scholar of many different languages. I think it necessary at this point to shed some light on a special feature of the author's life. Although he was a preeminent scholar of Western thought, he was completely free from Western influences. Western educators say, "Don't follow me, follow my words." In other words, don't do as I do as I say. The life of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura refutes this principle, for he personally applied and demonstrated all the instructions of his books in his own life. Therefore, his instructions and manner of bhajan are known as Bhaktivinoda Dhara, the line of Bhaktivinoda, or the current of conceptions of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. There is not a single instruction in his books that he did not personally follow. Therefore, there is no disparity between his writings and his life, between his actions and his words. They are one in all respects. It is natural for readers to be curious to learn about a great personality who possesses such extraordinary character. Modern readers in particular, who seek to know about any subjects, cannot have faith in an author's writing without being acquainted with him. After retiring from his government responsibilities, Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura adopted the stage of vanaprastha and intensified his spiritual practice. At that time, he established an ashram at Surabhi Kunj in Godrumadweep, one of the 9 districts of Navadweep. Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura remains there and performed bhajan for a considerable time, and that's where we're going to be doing our retreat. Later, he accepted the life of an ascetic and stayed at Swananda Sukara Kunj, which was nearby. While residing there, he established the appearance place of Sri Chaitanya Dev and many other places of Gaur Lila. In this, he followed the example of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his followers, the 6 Goswamis, who had discovered the birthplace and other pastimes of Sri Krishna. If Śrīla Ṭhākura Bhaktivinoda had not appeared in this world, the pastime places and instructions of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu would have disappeared from the world. The entire world of Gaudiya Vaishnavas will therefore remain indebted to him forever. It is for this reason that he has been awarded the highest honor in the Vaishnav community by being addressed as the 7th Goswami, Saptam Goswami. This Mahapurush instructed the world both through the ideal example of his personal life and by writing books in many different languages. In addition, there's yet another unique gift that he bestowed, and it would be a display of ingratitude on my part if I neglected to mention this. Śrīla Ṭhākura Bhaktivinoda brought a great personality into this world, who is the commander-in-chief in propagating the Dharma revealed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This great personality is my beloved Gurudev, and he is renowned throughout the world as Jagadguru, Om Vishnupad, Paramahansa Kula Chudamani, Ashtotarashata, Shishimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Ṭhākura. It was an incomparable and unprecedented accomplishment on the part of Shishimad Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura to bring this Mahapurush into the world. The Vaishnav community honors Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Ṭhākura with the shorter title of Śrīla Prabhupada, and hereafter I will also refer to the supremely liberated Mahapurush as Śrīla Prabhupada. Śrīla Prabhupada appeared as Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's son and successor. Throughout the world, he raised the brilliant banner of the Sri Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnav Dharma, which was practiced and propagated by Sriman Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev. In doing so, he brought tremendous welfare and elevation to the religious domain. Even Western and Far Eastern countries like America, England, Germany, France, Sweden, Switzerland, and Burma were not deprived of his mercy. He established 64 Gaudiya Math preaching centers in India and around the world, and from these he propagated the teachings of Sri Chaitanya. He also circulated all the books of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura and thus established his incomparable fame throughout the world. By the influence of time and the onslaught of the age of Kali, various types of corruption and false doctrines had infiltrated Gaudiya Vaishnav Dharma. As a result, 13 distorted sects, 13 Upasampradayas had emerged, and they are named in this shloka. I'll just read the translation. Tota says that he will not associate with the 13 Upasampradayas, the Aul, Baul, Karta Bhaja, Nera, Darvesh, Sai, Sahajya, Saki Bheki, Smarta, Jati Goshai, Ati Bari, Churadhari, and Goranga Nagari. And Srivas translated our Param Gurudev Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Keshav Goswami Maharaj. He wrote like 30 something Upasampradayas. He wrote it all down. Srivas translated it. So Srila Prabhupada significantly curbs the mischievous activities of these Upasampradayas through his preaching and by publishing the books of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. So this is an English rendering of Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj's Hindi translation of Jaiva Dharma, published by Gaudiya Vedanta Publications. Yeah. All right. So that is our reading for today. It is 8:10. Thanks for letting me go over time. We'll just do a short kirtan and end. Right. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur, Hari Bol. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai, Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai, Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju Ki Jai, Jai Shri Gurudev Ki Jai, Jai Shri Param Gurudev Ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai, Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai, Swaparshad Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopigan Ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai, Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya Ki Jai, Jai Shri Guṇḍicā Mandira Mārjana ki Jai. Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Ju ki Jai. Jai Shri Jagannath Puri Kshetra Dham ki Jai. Jai Shri Toto Gopinath ki Jai. Jai Śrī Gadādhara Paṇḍita ki Jai. And for those of you in America, Tadiya Shubha Tirubhav Titi ki Jai. Jai Saptan Goswami Śrīla Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura ki Jai. And for those of you in America, Tadiya Shubha Tirubhav Titi ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Shinitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavashacha. Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Sattvatai Namo Namaha. Vancha Kalpatarubhyashcha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha. Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat Pranams, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Shubhananda Prabhu, Champak Mataji, Chattamai Mataji, and let's see on YouTube and Facebook who's there. That's so weird, it disappeared. Oh, of course, Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam Maharaj, and Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Raseshwari Mataji, Dinanath Prabhu, Ganga Mataji, and all other devotees, Indira Mataji, and whoever else is watching now. And also pranams to all devotees watching in the future, Shachi Devi, Jaidev Prabhu, Revati Didi, and everybody else. Dandavat pranams. Thank you so much for joining. And there's not going to be any program from me tomorrow because I am going to be on my way to Manipur for this ISKCON program, ISKCON Kirtan program. So, and I don't think today's going to be a busy day. I have a lot to do today. I don't think I'm going to make a pre-recorded video. If I do, I'll let you know though. I'll let you know in our Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura WhatsApp group. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful celebration on Jagannath Rath Yatra and highly recommend reading my Śrīla Gurudev's book, Jagannath Rathayatra. Gives 3 different histories of Jagannath and all the parts in Chaitanya Charitamrita to do with this whole Guṇḍicā Mandira Mārjana, and it's a whole book on Jagannath Dev. It's so beautiful, so rasik, and anyways, it's wonderful book. If anybody has a chance to read that. I've read it online here also, so you could find it on my YouTube channel if you want to find any of the readings, if you want to just listen to it.
Wonderful
Right.
book. Wonderful book.
Oh, and I hope you and Bhavatarani Mataji can come for the Bhaktivinoda retreat.
Yeah, we would like to. We'll have to see. Our bodies are now a little much older, so
Yes.
Okay. I'm coming out of this. But yeah, by February, I think we'll be able to at least something. Be able to get there.
That would be. Let's. I hope so. And also, everybody here, you're all warmly invited. Chattamai Mataji, Champak Mataji, Shubhananda Prabhu. It'd be wonderful if you could come. And of course, Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj and Rohini Nandan Prabhu, all of the devotees watching right now. Ganga Mataji, Dinnath Prabhu, please come for this. And it will end right before. Like we do a small Navadip Parikrama every year. And our Navadip Parikrama starts a couple days early so that we can have shorter days and we can go to more places that the big party doesn't go to. And it's every year, we've done it 3 years now, and every year it's been so sweet. It's and very nicely organized. We have a whole team, like everything's very carefully planned out, and prasad is amazing. And anyways, so so if anybody likes, they can come. Like if they're able to come for a month, then you can come for the Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura retreat in Surabhi Kunj, and then right after that, 2 days after that, will be our small unofficial Navadip Parikrama. So, all right. Is there anything anybody wants to mention before I end the stream for today?
Looking forward to that, Prabhu.
Yes, me too.
And also, we make us all very proud, and we wish you a safe journey to Manipur. And Jai, Lord Jagannath ki Jai. Lord Jagannath ki Jai.
I'm always grateful for all the encouragement and blessings you always give me. Thank you. Yeah, and maybe when I'm in Manipur, I'll send some videos in our Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura WhatsApp group of like they have like this very special traditional Ras Leela thing. I think you've seen, right? And also and Chattamai Mataji, I'm not going to be the one sending out the details of the Parikrama. So if you go to my website, vineofdevotion.com, you'll see a link there. If you click on it, you'll have a place to give your email, and then the official details will come directly from Rupa Sanatan Academy, it's being all done under that. So I won't be able to send the details to anybody, but you can find the initial details that we have ready so far on my website, vineofdevotion.com. But yeah, please enter your email there, and then you'll get the. All right. Haribo. Dandavat pranams. Also, yeah, the Manipur, they have the mridanga dancing. Like they have this whole dance, like where they like spin around with the mridanga, and like very special dance. It's world famous. I think even one time there was like the World Cup. What is it? What is it called? Anyways, they had a performance of the Manipur dancers in the World Cup. It was pretty amazing. So anyways, I'll try to make some videos of that so you can all see in our Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, and Shyam Prabhu is asking, when does the retreat begin? You'll find the details on my website, vineofdevotion.com. But the details, it will begin on February 15th and it will go to February 21st. Oh, it would be so wonderful if your family could come. Oh, that would be really great. All right. So Dandavat Pranams, everybody. See you all tomorrow. Jai Shri. Oh, wait, not tomorrow. I will hopefully in Manipur, I'll have a free time in the morning. I'm hoping that my 7 to 8 will be free for me and that I'll be able to continue this program. But I'll let you know in our WhatsApp group what the situation is. All right. Oh, you should be able to be there. Oh my God, that's great. I'll let everybody know in our team. Cool. All right. Haribol, everybody. Dandavat.